The observation deck of the Celestial Harmony had never seen violence. In the 300 cycles since the Galactic Council had commissioned the station, it had served as a neutral ground where dozens of species mingled in perfect peace. The artificial gravity hummed at a comfortable 0.8 standard, the air mixture carefully balanced for maximum compatibility. Lily had been standing by the viewport when it happened. She was human, one of only 3 aboard the station, and she'd been watching the nebula formations beyond the reinforced glass with quiet fascination. Beside her stood Liam, her companion from Earth, gesturing excitedly as he explained stellar formation to a group of interested Vaxorians. His enthusiasm was infectious, and even the normally stoic insectoid creatures seemed captivated. That's when the Krellan delegates arrived. The Krellans were new to the Council, their species having only recently achieved faster-than-light travel. They were large, standing nearly 9 feet tall, with thick gray hides and prominent cranial ridges that denoted status within their hierarchy. They moved through the crowd with casual arrogance, shoving aside smaller species without acknowledgement. Lily watched them approach, her expression unchanging. She'd been in space for 2 years now, ever since Earth had been inducted into the Galactic Council. She'd learned that humans were an oddity out here, neither the strongest nor the smartest, but possessed of an unusual durability that most species found unsettling. Earth, they discovered, was classified as a Class 12 Deathworld. The Krellan leader, his hide marked with the scars of ritual combat, stopped near Liam's group. His translator flickered to life with a harsh electronic tone. "Move aside, softskins. Your prattling offends my sensibilities." Liam turned, his smile still in place. He was younger than Lily by 2 years, barely 23, with the kind of open, friendly demeanor that had made him popular among the station's diverse population. "Oh, sorry about that," he said cheerfully. "We're just finishing up. There's plenty of room by the viewport if you'd like to." The Krellan's massive hand shot out, striking Liam across the chest. The blow would have killed most species instantly. It sent Liam flying backward, his body crashing into the observation rail with a sickening crack. The deck went silent. Lily was moving before Liam hit the ground. She crossed the distance in 3 strides, dropping to her knees beside her friend. His eyes were closed, blood trickling from his mouth, his breathing shallow and rapid. She pressed her fingers to his neck, feeling for a pulse, and her jaw tightened when she found it. Weak but present. "Medical team to Observation Deck 7, she said quietly into her comm unit. Her voice was perfectly calm, emotionless even. "Human casualty. Possible internal injuries." She stood slowly, turning to face the Krellan delegates. The leader was laughing, a deep rumbling sound that his translator rendered as contemptuous amusement. "So fragile," he said. "Your kind should not be allowed among the stars if a simple correction breaks you so easily." Around them, the other species watched in horror. The Vaxorians had backed away, their antennae flattened in distress. A group of Thessian merchants had already fled the deck entirely. Everyone knew what was coming next. Security would arrive. The Krellan would claim diplomatic immunity, and the incident would be swept under layers of bureaucratic protocol. Everyone except Lily. She walked toward the Krellans with measured steps. Her hands hung loose at her sides. Her breathing was steady. To those watching, she appeared almost serene. "You just made a mistake," she said softly. The Krellan leader's translator took a moment to process her words. When it did, he laughed again, louder this time. "A mistake? Striking a weakling who blocks my path? I think not, human. Perhaps you should collect your broken companion before I—" Lily moved. Later, the security footage would be analyzed frame by military specialists across a dozen species. They would marvel at the economy of motion, the precise application of force, the absolute lack of hesitation. But in the moment, to those present, it appeared almost supernatural. She closed the distance before the Krellan could react, slipping inside his guard. Her hand shot forward, fingers rigid, striking the soft tissue between his armor plates with surgical precision. The Krellan gasped, stumbling backward, and Lily flowed with him. Maintaining contact. What happened next would become legend. Humans from Earth, it turned out, possessed something that most spacefaring species had lost millennia ago: practical knowledge of anatomy gained through violence. On a death world where predators lurked in every shadow, where survival meant understanding exactly how to disable a threat, evolution had crafted something terrifying. It had crafted persistence. hunters with pattern recognition and adaptive, problem-solving skills honed by necessity. Lily's fingers found the neural cluster at the base of the Krellin's skull. She pressed and his left side went numb. He swung wildly with his remaining functional arm, but she was already moving, ducking under the blow and repositioning. Her other hand found the pressure point beneath his shoulder joint. The massive alien collapsed to his knees. "You see," Lily said conversationally, circling him. "On Earth we have this phrase, know your enemy. My friend Liam, he studies stellar formation. Me? I study biology." She grabbed the Krellin's arm, manipulating it with practiced efficiency. There was a wet popping sound as she dislocated his shoulder. He screamed, and his two companions surged forward. They didn't make it 3 steps. Lily moved between them like water, redirecting their momentum, using their own mass against them. One went down with a shattered knee. The other found himself face first on the deck, Lily's foot planted firmly on his back. The leader struggled to rise, his translator sputtering with rage and pain. Lily returned to him, crouching down to meet his eyes. "Your kind has internal spinal structure similar to Earth reptiles," she said quietly. "Segmented, calcified, protective. But there's a weakness at the 3rd cervical vertebra. Did you know that?" She reached out, her fingers finding the exact spot. The Krellin's eyes widened in genuine fear for the first time. "Don't." With a sharp twist and pull, Lily extracted a segment of the Krellin's spinal ridge. It came free with a crack, a curved piece of bone and cartilage about 6 inches long, still dripping with viscous fluid. The Krellin collapsed completely, alive but utterly paralyzed from the shock. Lily stood, holding the spine segment loosely in one hand. Around her, the observation deck remained frozen in horrified silence. The medical team arrived then, rushing past her to Liam's side. Lily watched as they stabilized him, loading him onto a stretcher. One of the medics, a kind Thessian named Vara, caught her eye and nodded reassuringly. "He'll survive," Vara said. "You got us here in time." Only then did Lily's shoulders relax slightly. Station security arrived moments later, weapons drawn. The commander, a veteran Zorathian named Kess, took in the scene. 3 Krellin delegates down, 1 human standing calmly with a piece of spine in her hand, and another human being carried away on a stretcher. "Lily," Kess said carefully, "I'm going to need you to put that down and come with us." She looked at the spine segment in her hand, then at the paralyzed Krellin on the floor. "He hit my friend," she said simply. "I know, and there will be an investigation. But right now, on Earth," Lily interrupted, her voice still eerily calm, "we have laws, ancient ones. They say that if you hurt someone's family, you pay the price. Out here, you have your diplomatic protocols and your council regulations. But Liam is my family." She dropped the spine segment. It clattered on the deck with a hollow sound. "You want to arrest me? Fine, but make sure everyone knows why. Make sure every species on this station, every delegate in the council, understands what happens when you touch a human's family." Kess studied her for a long moment, his multifaceted eyes reflecting the starlight from the viewport. "You realize," he said slowly, "that you've just declared war on behalf of your entire species." Lily smiled then, a cold expression that didn't reach her eyes. "No," she said, "I just reminded the galaxy why Earth is classified as a Deathworld, and why you don't mess with Deathworld kids." She walked toward the security team, hands raised in submission. But as she passed the other observers, the Vaxorians, the Thessians, the dozens of other species who had witnessed everything, she saw the shift in their expressions: fear, respect, understanding. The humans were here, and they protected their own Andy.